Yo, what is good, everyone? Today I talked to a really special guest.
Black boy joy, she wanna see the Forbes like I wanna see her form. Tell me what you for, yeah. Ayy, you pay me what I'm owed, yeah.
Today I wanted to just share with you very briefly about the conversation that I had today with Isha Filia, and if you don't know who she is, you should know. She's been writing for a very long time now, and one of her most recent books, I think published in 2020, The Secret Lives of Church Ladies, which is 9 short story collections about Black women, church, and sexuality, is just phenomenal. I listened through audiobook twice, and it was one of my favorite reads just like ever in general. And I think specifically just how descriptive she is about the experiences with church and Black women. I wanted to spend time talking to her today through my podcast, and you won't be able to hear the whole podcast. You won't be able to hear the full podcast for a little while because I'm still working on the 4th season, but I wanted to give you a snippet of some of the conversation that I had with her. She is just a phenomenal human being. We spent some time talking about the adaptation of this book that she is also, I believe it's co-writing the screenplay for HBO screen, and that's going to be phenomenal. I think she says she's doing it alongside a number of people. The name that I remember the most is Tessa Thompson, because I absolutely love her as well. And this is what she had to say about it.
Other people for ages, so that was happening while I was winning these awards, so it was certainly and continues to be a bit of a mixed bag. But I'm really thankful for the recognition the book has gotten, and I'm thankful for all the readers who connected with the stories and the characters, and I'm so glad for the book because it's brought me into some really great conversations, and I've connected with some great folks, and now I'm at the phase of working on the TV adaptation for it. Yay! and sort of building a world that multiple characters from the stories can inhabit together. So I'm really enjoying the work of that with my co-writer Tori Sampson, and we're writing the show and we're executive producing along with Tessa Thompson. So this is all just a dream, it's really, really incredible. And I'm also working on my next projects outside of Hollywood, book projects and stuff like that.
Wow. I wanted to ask her specifically who were her inspirations outside of the writing community, specifically in her family. She talked a lot about how being raised by a single mom has kind of influenced her, the things that she does in life. So we spent a little bit of time talking about that as well. Here's what she had to say.
Raised by my mother and my grandmother, and I was my mother's only child, and there was not a moment that I didn't know that I was absolutely loved. So coming from very loving people, very generous women, so I try to make my life reflect that generosity, and I grew up in what people would consider working class or a poor community, and so the impact there for me has been to not take anything for granted, and to the way that I perceive having anything is sort of the way that Toni Morrison talked about power, which is if you have it, then the whole point of having it is to give it to somebody else and to empower someone else. And so growing up without a lot of money, just helps me understand the value of things now, and to know that, my mother struggled and there were times when I struggled.
I'm just so excited to release this podcast. It was one of my favorites, and I'm just really excited for what she has next. We'll have to wait for the podcast to listen to find out what she's going to be writing or releasing. I'm, again, just super grateful, super blessed that I had the opportunity to talk to her. Podcast should be coming out, I don't know, I haven't really decided when this next season will start, but You'll get the full episode very, very shortly. And thank you so much. Peace.